Dwyane Wade, a Hall of Famer, NBA champion, and one of the greatest shooting guards the game has ever seen. But long before he was lighting up arenas in Miami, Wade was just a kid growing up on the south side of Chicago, a place where one wrong move could change everything. And according to Wade himself, one of those moments nearly cost him his life. In a recent story shared on his YouTube channel, Wade opened up about a terrifying altercation from his teenage years, one that started as just a regular pickup basketball game but almost turned into a tragedy. Wade explained that, growing up, there were certain places in Chicago where you had to play if you wanted to earn respect, places where the best of the best tested their skills. One of those spots was called the Lakefront. When I was growing up, there were certain places you had to go play to get your stripes, or to see where you were at, Wade said. So one of the places was the Lakefront. My dad always went there to play when I was a kid, and he'd take us along sometimes. For years, Wade just watched from the sidelines. But one day, as a teenager, he finally got his shot to play on the same court as his dad against grown men, in one of the toughest basketball environments in the city. He was excited. Confident. Maybe a little too confident. Because back then, young Dwyane Wade had a bit of an attitude problem. He was competitive, fiery, and didn't take kindly to being pushed around. And during one game, that temper almost got him killed. Somebody fouled me, Wade recalled, and I just took the ball and slung it at their head. Quickly, because that's how we grew up playing. We'd throw the ball at each other, hit each other. That's how we were raised in the backyard. But the streets of Chicago weren't the backyard. And Wade was about to learn that the hard way. The guy he threw the ball at wasn't having it. He immediately fired it back at Wade, and suddenly, they were nose-to-nose arguing, yelling, and surrounded by people who didn't know or care who Wade was. That's when things got real. My dad jumped in, like, "Hey, that's my son. What's wrong with you?" Wade said. And then, man, it got scary in 5 seconds. Mother asterisk 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 s started grabbing sh asterisk t. They start going to the car. You heard the gun go click, click. I was like, oh. That sounded click, click was the moment everything changed. In a split second, Wade realized he wasn't just in a basketball argument anymore. He and his father were suddenly in a life-or-death situation. What they didn't know at the time was that the man Wade had just thrown the ball at wasn't just any player. He was one of the leaders of a local gang. And they had just disrespected him in his territory. I was like, oh man, we're in trouble, Wade admitted. We came to find out later that the guy was one of the leaders of the gangs in Chicago. Thankfully, fate stepped in. One of Wade's friends, who happened to know the group, quickly ran over to calm everyone down. I had a friend that was playing with us that knew all of them, Wade's father later shared. He was like, yo, those are my boys. That's his son. Let it slide. Yeah, that was a dangerous time, though. Eventually, the tension cooled off. No one pulled the trigger. But for about 10 straight minutes, Dwyane Wade and his father genuinely thought their lives were over. Wade admitted that he was terrified the entire time, while his dad later joked, I thought we'd make it out of there, but in an ambulance. Looking back, Wade laughs about it now. But at the time, it was a harsh reality check, one that made him change how he carried himself, especially on the court. He realized that talent alone wasn't enough to survive where he came from. You needed humility, awareness, and respect, because not everyone out there played by the same rules. And in a strange way, that terrifying moment shaped the man he'd eventually become. Dwyane Wade went from a kid who let his temper control him, to a professional who led with composure, grace, and heart. He learned that being a true competitor wasn't about showing dominance, it was about earning respect. Today, when you look at Wade's Hall of Fame career, 3 NBA championships, a Finals MVP, an Olympic gold medal, it's almost unthinkable how close the world came to never seeing any of it. All because of one heated moment during a pickup game in Chicago. It's a reminder that greatness often comes with stories we never hear, near misses, close calls, and lessons learned the hard way. For Dwyane Wade, that near-death experience didn't just change his attitude, it probably saved his life.